What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all tuning into the channel here at Johnson Welding and Fab. Me and Pops out here working on stuff. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but that behind me is not a hot rod or a GTO, but it is a Datsun, so I guess it fits into our categories. And it's also a diesel. It's some of that junk we bought when we bought all this equipment, and I'm gonna show you all a little bit about what not to do when you own a piece of equipment, if you care about it. Show you what we're trying to do to remedy it, and then show you how you add horsepower and all that. So this is our 1980 who knows what Datsun Diesel 5K forklift, and as you can see, it is inoperable. There's a whole bunch of stuff missing, which I'll show you later after we put it back together. I don't know if y'all can see down in there, that's the fuel tank. It's full of sludge where they've had water in it. But they bypassed one fuel filter, and the other one looks like it hadn't been changed since it was built. So we got the injectors out. I got them soaking in a, what is this called? Gunk carb parts cleaner complete kit. You know, got a little basket in there and got the injectors pulled slam apart. They're in there soaking. We got all the lines off. Dad's been cleaning them, cleaning parts, and I've been scraping junk off of this forklift. I don't know if y'all can see that pile of crap, but that's all like oil build up and whatnot. I'm trying to clean the tank out now. And then, you know, little old 4-cylinder diesel, but we really could use one, so. We needed a forklift. Yes, we did. Needed a forklift bad, and once we get it running, we can take the tractor home. Then I can fix the driveway. It's getting terrible. But it's been raining. Well, it rained earlier, but the other day when we were here, so we pushed it inside to have something to tinker with. So that's the plan, but I'm gonna show y'all. This is how you make everything better. You spray some paint on it. That's a little Ford blue for you, and I'll letter the valve cover probably in white, maybe silver.
It'll go faster.
It will, won't it?
Go faster.
You know, if what I looked up's right, these little SD22s make like 60 horsepower.
Well, you should have painted it Hemi orange.
Yeah.
Not Ford blue.
That's right. But there it is, all took apart. We'll get it back together, get it running. Hopefully have a decent little forklift. All right, y'all, we got the tank cleaned out best we can. Got all this mess took apart. Painting the valve cover. But I wanted to show y'all where I took the injectors apart. See, we've never done this before. We're not diesel mechanics. We don't really do this kind of thing, but figure we could, yeah, we can learn something. I actually made this. It was broke, and I tigged that on there, and same thing on the other end, which is on a line inside, but everything's clean, been soaking. We tuned and deleted my 2014 3/4 ton, which didn't involve getting this deep into it. But that Cummins was, you know, it was pretty simple. And this seems to be, you know, it's just making sure we put everything back where it came from. Which I took some pictures so we'd have a Japanese blueprint to look at. Well, it runs. Still a little hard to start. If any of y'all ever fool with an SD22, I don't know if this is other Nissan diesels, but this is a SD22, and you're trying to get the air out of the system. You leave all the lines hooked up because that just lets air back in it. You crack these right here. It looks like a screw, but it's a 10 millimeter. And you back both of them out, and then you prime it with that little plunger, and it'll bubble the air out of there, and then eventually fuel. And when it's just fuel, you shut it all back up, and then you should be able to crank it. And this thing's still kind of hard to crank, but it does run. Should serve its purpose, we hope. But not too bad. I think it's gonna be okay. You think it's gonna be okay?
Yeah. New set of plugs and points, it'll be fine.
Make sure we get some hot plugs.
Yeah, and maybe, you know, rejet the carburetor.
Yeah. Yeah. Put a carb spacer on it, maybe.
That's it.
There it is, guys, the old Rotsun. Got her back together. Got a disconnect, so I don't have to worry about a dead battery. Nice little bit of paint, and there it is. Head gasket in a bottle. Guess we'll see how this does. New fuel filters, new oil filter, new trans filter, hydraulic fluid filter, cleaned everything. Let's see how. We'll walk around this other side. Got the forks on it. Now, it was real hard to crank before. It's not smoking as bad, so that's good. I'm gonna jump on here and do some donuts. Okay, here we go. Now, this is a legit cold start. This button's actually for glow plugs, so I learned that, and then you pull that out and that shuts the fuel off, which shuts the motor off. So I'm gonna hold this maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds or something, and then give it a shot and see how it cranks cold. So I didn't really explain it. We ended up trying to flush the radiator, and it was putting cylinder pressure in the radiator, so it had a blowed head gasket. I don't know if the K-seal worked or not. Ooh, that starter sounds rough. It's going crank. Give it a little gas. It idles. Moment of truth. Kind of bubbly. I'm gonna say it's still got a blowed head gasket. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess the K-seal don't work.
enough fun.
Appreciate y'all tuning into the channel. That's the old Rotsun. It's